Honestly, I think the title best describes it. Jemele Hill is Unbothered. Well, I wanted to be very selective about, how I use my voice going forward. And the one thing I love about a podcast is that that's a very intimate experience with the audience. And they're gonna get an opportunity to know me, both personally and professionally, also my co-hosts and the newsmakers that we have on. And I think given the Spotify platform, the breadth of it, having the reach to a very diverse audience was also important to me. I know a lot of people thought I would return to sports in some way, and I did in a little bit of a capacity with what I do for The Atlantic. But when it came to sort of the broadcasting arm of what I wanted to do, I wanted that to have a much different and wider reach. We'll cover topics in news, sports, politics, entertainment, pop culture, what people are talking about now, as well as things we feel like they should be talking about or things that we personally observe. So I'm gonna connect with the audience in probably a different way than people are used to me connecting with them. Twitter Jemele, but 45 minutes, 45 to 60 minutes of it, right? I'm all for hot takes, but I think what we've gotten away from is hot informed takes. And more than anything, I think why it feels like we're in a period of regression is because there seems to be such a distance from information. Like it's a very weird dichotomy. At the same time, where we have more access to information than ever, we're also willing to be more ignorant than ever. And it's something that it just baffles me as a journalist, that in the face of facts that we still want to bend it to how we feel about something. And just in general, I just think there's just a huge sort of movement in this country to where we are beginning to look at education as practicing elitism, which I find to be crazy. So we want to be dumber, which I don't understand, which I don't really understand. Though I do, I guess, in some respects, given some of our leadership, but that's neither here nor there. I kind of laughed because it was surprising to me that somebody in his position would be remotely bothered by anything that I said or would care about what a SportsCenter anchor had to say. But as the old phrase goes, or old adage, hit dogs holler. And so for me, I just took it as a badge of honor. And I'm hoping that, they say his tweets will be entered into the congressional record and may one day appear in the presidential library. So if that tweet goes into the presidential library, I'm gonna have a deep belly laugh about that, because that's just insanity. Well, I'm hoping people will learn new things about their favorite people. I'm hoping that people will learn how to broaden their perspective. And I'm hoping that we all can learn, because this kind of ties into what the vibe in this country is right now. I'm hoping people can learn to respectfully disagree. Already just in preparation and in rehearsals, me and my co-host have gotten into some interesting, debates, mostly pop culture stuff that I think will be really funny elements to bring to the podcast. I'm more strategic with how I speak out. I do think there's something to be said for, speaking out when it matters most, as opposed to when you do it all the time. People can kind of see you as white noise. Unbothered doesn't mean that you don't care about things. There's a lot of things I care about. Unbothered means that you've reached the point where, you are comfortable in your own skin, and it doesn't bother you if, people don't accept your opinion or your viewpoint. It doesn't stop you from still telling whatever your truth is. I don't speak out about everything. There's a lot of fish I let swim by. And that's kind of how I was growing up, is that I was not the most talkative person necessarily in class, but when I chose to be, then it was gonna be something really meaningful.